Transformation theater. Why busy organizations still fail to change. Many organizations today are extremely busy transforming. They have roadmaps, steering committees, dashboards, transformation offices, workshops, KPIs, executive updates, and carefully designed communication plans. From the outside, this looks like progress. The calendar is full, the language is ambitious, and the reporting looks professional. But the real question is not, how much are we doing? The real question is, what has actually changed? Are decisions faster? Are customers better served? Are costs structurally lower? Is accountability clearer? Are employees able to work in a simpler way? Is the organization more resilient? Has complexity gone down? Has value delivery improved? If the answer is unclear, the organization may not be transforming. It may only be performing transformation. That is transformation theater, when activity replaces impact. Transformation theater does not mean people are lazy or unwilling to change. In most organizations, people are working very hard. Teams are under pressure. Leaders are involved. Program offices are coordinating. Consultants are producing. Employees are attending workshops, filling reports, and learning new language. But effort alone does not create value. Busyness is not the same as progress. A full calendar is not a transformation strategy. A green dashboard is not a business outcome. Transformation theater happens when the organization changes the language, but not the logic. It talks about speed, while approvals remain slow. It talks about empowerment, while decisions stay centralized. It talks about simplification, while exceptions are protected. It talks about accountability, while ownership remains hidden inside committees. It talks about customer centricity, while internal silos still dominate daily work. Why does this happen? Because the C-suite is under pressure to show progress. Boards want updates. Employees want direction. Customers expect better service. Costs must be managed. Risks are increasing. Technology is moving fast. The organization wants confidence. Under this pressure, leaders naturally create structures, programs, dashboards, committees, milestones, reporting formats, and transformation offices. These tools can be useful, but they become dangerous when structure replaces substance. A dashboard can show activity, but it cannot create impact. A steering committee can review decisions, but it cannot replace ownership. A roadmap can organize work, but it cannot prove value. A new operating model slide can describe the future, but it cannot change daily behavior by itself. That is why the C-suite must shift the conversation. Not only are we on time and on budget, but what has changed? What capability have we built? What complexity have we removed? What customer problem is solved? What decision is now faster? What work have we stopped? What behavior is different? This is the shift from activity to impact. So how can leaders fix transformation theater? First, reduce the number of priorities. Most organizations are not failing because they do too little. They are failing because they do too much at the same time. Every function has initiatives. Every leader has priorities. Every program claims to be critical. The result is overload. Overload creates slow decisions, unclear ownership, exhausted teams, and weak execution. When everything is important, nothing is truly protected. The C-suite must choose the few transformation topics that truly matter. Not 20, maybe 3 to 5. Focus is not what leaders announce. Focus is what leaders protect. That means stopping low-value work, delaying attractive but non-essential initiatives, and protecting capacity for what matters most. A real priority receives leadership attention, funding, decision speed, and dedicated capacity. Otherwise, it is only a statement. Second, Define impact before activity. Before launching another program, ask, what business outcome should improve? Faster delivery? Lower cost? Better customer experience? Reduced risk? Higher productivity? Stronger compliance? Better employee experience? More resilience? Every transformation needs one clear success sentence. This transformation will be successful if, for example, this transformation will be successful if customer onboarding time is reduced by 40%. Or, this transformation will be successful if decision cycle time is reduced from 8 weeks to 2 weeks. Without this clarity, transformation becomes a container for activity. People will fill it with meetings, tools, reports, and workshops, but no one will know whether it is truly successful. Third, measure outcomes, not only milestones. A milestone tells you whether something was completed. An outcome tells you whether something improved. A system went live, but did process time decrease? A training was delivered, but did behavior change? A new operating model was introduced, but are decisions faster? A dashboard was created, but is leadership making better decisions because of it? C-Suite dashboards should not only show what has been done, they should show what has improved, what remains blocked, and which executive decision is needed. A strong transformation dashboard has 3 parts: activity completed, outcome achieved, and obstacles requiring leadership action. Fourth, create clear ownership. Transformation fails when everyone is involved, but no one truly owns the result. Shared responsibility often sounds collaborative, but in practice it can become shared ambiguity. For every major transformation, one executive must own the outcome end to end. Not just coordinate, not just report, own. That person needs a clear mandate, decision rights, resources, and accountability for impact. Committees can support ownership, but they should never replace it. When ownership is unclear, organizations compensate with meetings. When ownership is clear, decisions become faster. Fifth, simplify decision rights. Many transformations slow down because nobody knows who can decide, approve, stop, prioritize, or accept risk. So the organization creates more meetings, more alignment, more escalation, more pre-alignment before the real alignment. But more meetings are often a symptom of unclear decision rights. Good governance answers 3 questions. Who decides? What do they decide? How fast must they decide? If a governance forum does not make decisions faster, it may be part of the theater. The C-Suite should review its transformation governance and remove forums that only create reporting without decisions. Governance should accelerate clarity, not institutionalize hesitation. Sixth, fix the operating model, not just the org chart. Reorganization is not transformation. Moving boxes, renaming teams, and creating new roles does not change how work flows. A real operating model defines how priorities are set, how money moves, how decisions are made, how teams are staffed, how value is measured, and how low-value work is stopped. If you want speed, simplify approvals. If you want product orientation, fund stable teams. If you want customer centricity, create end-to-end ownership. If you want accountability, clarify decision rights. If you want simplification, stop protecting every exception. The operating model is where strategy becomes real. Without it, transformation remains a presentation. Seventh, make stopping work a leadership routine. Most organizations are good at starting things and bad at stopping them. This creates overload, and overload kills transformation. Every quarter, the C-Suite should ask, which initiatives should stop? Which meetings should disappear? Which reports are no longer useful? Which projects no longer support strategy? Which exceptions are creating unnecessary complexity? Capacity is not created by motivational speeches. Capacity is created by stopping, simplifying, and sequencing. Stopping work is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strategic discipline. The rewired C-suite must therefore lead differently. Fewer priorities, clearer outcomes, stronger ownership, faster decisions, better operating models, and measurable impact. Transformation is not proven by how much an organization does. It is proven by what the organization can now do differently. Can it decide faster? Can it serve customers better? Can it reduce complexity? Can it scale new capabilities? Can it deliver value repeatedly? Can it adapt under pressure? The leadership question is simple. Are we creating impact or only motion? Are we changing the system or decorating the old system with new language? Transformation theater is expensive. It costs time, money, trust, energy, and opportunity. But it can be fixed when the C-suite has the courage to move from presentation to consequence. Less noise, more ownership, less activity, more impact, less theater, more transformation. That is how organizations move from theater to transformation. And that is what it means to rewire the C-suite.